From WFRV TV, Local 5, serving Northeast Wisconsin, including Green Bay, Fox Cities, and the Lakeshore. This is Newsmaker Sunday.
Good morning. Welcome to Newsmaker Sunday. I'm Tom Zalaski. We begin today by taking you back to the morning of October the 2nd. Radio station WIXX, the Murphy in the Morning show. And that morning, thousands of regular listeners heard Murphy utter two unthinkable words. I'm retiring. Well, not only did it ruin the day of a whole lot of people, you would have thought that they just told you couldn't have your morning cup of coffee anymore.
Well,
you were leaving.
People were surprised.
The aforementioned Murphy with us this morning. Hi, my friend. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Ever since you made the announcement, I've been getting bombarded with questions about you. And so I just told people I will ask him the questions and let him take it from there. All right? Okay. First major question everybody asked with a certain degree of surprise and shock and sorrow was, why?
It was it just felt like it was time. I've been here 32 years. It was a great run and having a lot of fun, but it was just felt it was maybe time to go a little bit. So just maybe going to do a couple different things and relax a little bit and have some fun. So,
okay. All right. Second question everybody asked, and you probably cannot answer this one right now. In fact, I know you can't. Who's going to replace him?
That is a question that everybody wants to know. Yep. As of right now, that is still a work in progress. So in terms of who's going to take that slot.
Yeah, that's one of those management deals that nobody finds out until the day of.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, the search is on, and they're grinding to find the right person, and we'll see what happens.
All right, third most asked question. What's he gonna do? Where is he going? Is he staying here? Or what's happening with Murph?
I'll be around, a little bit. Maybe there might be a lawnmower with my name on it at a golf course, one of those deals. I've got lots of options of things I can do to take up my time if I need it. So I love golf. I'm a big golfer. I spend a lot of my time on the golf course. So I was doing quite a bit of that, and just looking forward to it.
All right, I'm going to get into that later on in the show, some of the other things that you might have planned for your life. Murph, how long have you known that this day was coming? How did you come to this decision? What was the trigger?
I don't know. I think it's always been in the back of your mind, probably for like the last, who knows, maybe 4 or 5 years where you think about it. Yeah, when you think about it and think about the end and when it's going to come. And I always thought I'd be one of those guys, like Eddie Jason. Remember Eddie Jason?
Yes, sir.
Eddie Jason did it till he was almost 90, and I always kind of thought, I'm going to be the next Eddie Jason. I'm just love it and going to keep doing it. But, you start thinking about other things and doing other stuff and maybe doing some traveling, with my wife and doing some different things. And it's like, what? I'm healthy and young enough to still get out there and do some stuff. So it was like, maybe now's kind of the time to do it.
Well, that's the smart thing, too, because we hear too many stories of people our age now. They retire and 6 months later, something very bad happens.
Yes, you hear that a lot.
Yeah. And so you're smart to take advantage of, like you say, your health. Your youth.
I think so.
You still got it.
Yeah.
The decision, was it Murph by himself? Was it the family being brought in? Was it friends being brought in? How did you go about it?
Basically just family. Yeah. My wife and myself, and talked to Nick and Katie about it a little bit.
Right.
They kind of felt they knew it was probably going to be happening at some point in the future as well. So. But basically just kind of our little nuclear family that we discuss it with. So
okay, so you made the decision, and then the day after the decision is made, you walk into work as you have done for the past 32 years, and you told it first to
Nick and Katie first of all.
Nick and Katie, not the bosses, not the management.
No,
Nick and Katie.
Nick and Katie first because they're affected the most, right, immediately. And then I went up to HR and I said, here's what I'm going to do. And her first thing she said was no. you're not going to do that? I said, yeah, I'm going to do that. She said, well, no. And then, and then she was great. And she said, well, whatever you do, keep in mind that you have, so I said, November 28th was going to be my day. And she said, well, listen, you have until then to change your mind. So think about it, So I said, okay, that's very nice. And I'll think about it. She was very funny. But even like 2 weeks ago, she came up and said, you can still change your mind. Yep. So it was great. So it's been great. Everybody's been, very supportive of it and like, wow, that's great for you. And a lot of, I wish I could join you type stuff. But, so it's been great.
You're ahead of me by 2 questions. Next question was management's reaction. And there it was. No, and no.
Again, I think that, in the back of their mind, they knew the day was probably going to come at some point. Maybe they didn't think it was going to come quite this quick, but I mean, they knew there was a time when they were going to have to deal with it at some point. So, and they were great about it. They were,
But they did make the obligatory attempt to keep you.
Well, you said it's never too late to change your mind about anything, right? Yeah, So, but no, they've been great. Everybody's been very supportive, and that's been fun.
Very nice. We have much more to come with Murphy in the morning and his retirement. But as we go to break, I want to play you an audio clip from Katie, one of Murphy's co-hosts, after Murph made the announcement.
This is what I don't think people understand, and I even talk about this with people in the building, because people have been, we've been having meetings about this. This has been going on for a while. And I've gotten emotional in quite a few meetings. And people are like, geez, Katie, get it together. And I'm like, I've seen this man for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Monday through Friday, 4 hours a day, then off the air. We spend our weekends together. Like, this is not just some coworker. This is my family leaving. This is not a coworker leaving.
Back now with Murphy in the morning from WYXX Radio, retiring after 32 years on the air in Green Bay. Take me back up before you came to Green Bay. You're at the New Orleans radio station, WLMG. Was that the first radio job, or did you have something before?
No, that was my very first radio job. Was full-time, was up in Ishpeming, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, Q107, Ishpeming Marquette. That was my first full-time job.
Okay, you're a Bayport graduate.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So how did you get to Ishpeming from Green Bay?
Well, I started working part-time at WIXX, actually when I was 18 years old.
Okay.
So,
this all starts at IXX.
It did. It started at IXX. As amazing as that is. So I was in high school, or maybe had just graduated high school. My girlfriend in high school, her brother was the program director of WIXX, Bill LeMay. Remember Bill LeMay?
Really a foresight, too.
Sure. Everybody does, right? So weekend help at a radio station is always the hardest thing to find.
Sure.
And he was talking one night about how he needed somebody to work a Sunday night shift, like 6 p.m. to midnight. That's when Casey Kasem was on, and some of these programs were on. Well, somebody had to physically be there to put those programs on the air.
Sure.
And he was having trouble finding somebody to do it. So I just said, hey, I'll do it. If you need somebody, I'll help you out, He said, serious? I said, yeah, I'll do it. And so I went in there and I started doing it. And back in the day, you used to drop the needle on the album. Casey Kasem came in an album. So somebody had to physically put the album on, start the, do the whole thing. And then they had the tapes, and somebody had to put the tapes on for the shows that followed. And I started doing it, and I loved it. And I thought, this is awesome. I just loved it. And then so I started going, hey, well, back in the day, WIXX was, they didn't have live announcers. They had one morning. I think Bill LeMay did mornings, and then the rest of the day was automated.
Right.
So my goal was to maybe someday get to do the weather. I thought that'd be great to get to do the weather in IXX. But I wasn't good enough. Literally wasn't good enough to do the weather. So then I started practicing doing commercials. And then a couple of folks who worked on the other station, WGE, I said, would you mind critiquing my commercials for me? And they would. They said, yeah, we'll do that. So then started practicing doing commercials, and the push came to shove, and I did that for about, a year and a half. And I said, gosh, I really would kind of made me want to give this a shot, go work somewhere. And so I ended up going and working part-time at a little radio station on the Lakeshore for a couple hours a week, and just got a little bit of airtime. And then I decided I'm going to try to do it full-time. And I did. I sent my application out to a couple places and up to Marquette, Q107, and they listened to it and said, hey, well, we're looking for a guy. You want to give it a shot? And I said, yeah, let's give it a shot. And that's what my first full-time job was, up at Q107 doing mornings in Ishpeming, Marquette.
Pretty big jump from Ishpeming, Michigan to New Orleans.
Well, then from Ishpeming, I went to Oshkosh.
Okay.
And then, so I was 2 years in Ishpeming. Then I went to Oshkosh for 3.
Okay.
And then went to New Orleans.
All right.
So Oshkosh was Magic 104. Now it's WVBO, I believe, right?
Yep.
And then from there I went to New Orleans. And then New Orleans for 3.5. And my son Andrew was born in New Orleans. And then after that happened, we decided maybe we wanted to get a little closer to home. Mm-hmm. And thus the trek took us to IXX, and been here for 32 years.
You started this whole thing in high school at IXX. As you were a younger kid, was radio in the plans, or did you think you were going to pursue another career?
Not really, but, I always was fascinated by it. I was a kid who would listen to the radio at night.
Yeah.
And I was really big into picking up radio stations from across the country, like KOA in Denver and stations all across the Midwest. I would try to listen to them, and I guess I had an interest without knowing I had an interest.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then just it kind of naturally flowed into it. So.
You, over the 32 years, you've had so many broadcast partners. Some of our viewers will remember some of these names. You got John Mino, Kathy Hall, Tammy Elliott, Marty Spatel, Kathy Larkin, Jen Lawrence. Now you got Katie for 20 years,
yes.
Nick for 12 years. Was there a criteria to co-host with Murphy?
No, not really. Kathy Hall was, when it came to someone who I would give my stuff to and she would critique it, she was the first one to kind of start doing that for me. She did that for me. And then as luck would have it, she became my first partner as well. Yeah. So, no, it was all just kind of a chemistry thing. I've always had really good chemistry with my partners, and quite honestly, my partners had as much or even more to do with me being successful than me, really, because that's the key, right? You have to have a great chemistry in the morning and to be able to laugh and have fun, and I've been so fortunate to have that all the way through.
Yeah, you lucked out with the chemistry part because in this business there are certain people sometimes who don't play nice.
Who don't like to share a lot of that, and no, it's been great. I've been really fortunate to have that happen to me throughout my entire career.
Years ago, you used to have Mike McCarthy on. It started out as just your obligatory Monday morning post-game interview, and it seems to have turned into something more than that with you. It seems to have turned into a friendship.
Yes, it's turned into a great friendship.
It did.
Yeah. So we would talk. So we would do, I think it was Thursday morning with Coach. And so, but what would happen is our interview time was always like 6:55. So, and we were always the last interview of the morning. So he would do Milwaukee and Madison, and then he would do us last before he headed into his staff meeting.
Yeah.
So we would start talking, and I'd call him up and say, how we're doing, how are you doing, and this and that, and we would start to talk. And then Nick and Katie, and then Mino, and whoever was in the studio at the time, we all would just talk.
Yeah.
Well, push come to shove, all of a sudden it's 10 after 7, and we haven't started the interview yet, and he's got his guys are knocking on the door saying, Coach, we have a meeting, and he's like, oh, all right, I guess we got to wrap this up because we got to. So we would talk for 15 minutes, and then we would do our interview. It was phenomenal. So again, we had great chemistry, and he felt very comfortable with us, and because by that time of the week, he's been. And all the coaches over Coach Holmgren, all these guys have been beat on the whole week about either what happened or why. We just wanted to have nice, relaxing, personal conversations. Get to know the guy versus ask him why that happened or why this happened.
On 4th and 2.
Yeah, who cares by that point, right? Nobody does. So they just want to know the coach and know the person, and so did we. So that developed into just friendship, and over the years, and stay in touch with these guys, and Coach in particular, we we stay in touch and communicate quite often. So.
It came across that way. We've got Murphy in the Morning with us, retiring after 32 years on the air. More to come after this. Stay with us. Back now with Murphy in the Morning from WIXX, retiring after 32 years. You got a long relationship with the Packers. How did that start? You know, you were for a long time the halftime show. You were it with the truck giveaway and the contest.
Well, I did more pregame than halftime, quite honestly. But it just started basically associated through the radio station, more or less. So they needed somebody to kind of handle the festivities out there.
Right.
And we had already kind of been doing a lot of Packer-related things with Breakfast of the Boys shows and things like that, right? So just kind of a natural tie-in. And they said, hey, you want to come out and we need somebody to do these on-field contests and get this thing going? And yeah, that'd be great, right? So started doing it, and it just every year became a thing. And it was pretty awesome to be down on the sidelines. And after a while, you kind of take it for granted, you know, being down on the sidelines. But then what was so fun is seeing people who get to go on the sidelines for the first time. Because people get to do that, you know, in certain areas they can stand and watch. And just to see people's reaction of walking on the field was pretty amazing.
Yeah, something that to you is just a job.
For me, it's kind of,
And for them, it's like the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah, so I always got a big kick out of watching people react to being that close to the players and being down on the field and they just look up with awe. It's really cool.
You led the victory parade, Super Bowl victory parade.
Yes.
How did you get into that?
Well, again, we worked closely with the Packers, and when we were down there doing our broadcasts from New Orleans, Coach actually came on with us on Radio Row, and that was a jaw-dropping moment for every radio station there because coaches didn't do that at all. And he came out of one of their big meetings or press conferences or whatever, and he knew we were going to be there, and he came over and did an interview with us, which was, I'm sure it's never been done ever since, where he came right in there and did it, sat down, and people couldn't believe it. But it was all, again, relationship building, right?
Sure.
And so it was only natural for us to be involved in the parade coming back, and so I got to be in the lead bus and be a part of that whole thing. It was pretty amazing.
He was comfortable with you, it really was.
Yeah, it was great.
We're back to wrap up with Murphy in the Morning right after this. Stay with us. Back now with Murphy in the Morning. Neville Public Museum had a display some years ago, and on that display, they featured 50 of the most influential people in Brown County of the past 200 years. 50 people. You are one of them. Has that sunk in?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a stretch, but it was a cool thing to have happen. Yeah.
More than cool.
I was surprised, but no, it was great, and it was fun to see and fun to be a part of, and it's still out there. I think it's still at the airport now, right?
Yes.
So you go into Ossenstraubel, and there it is, which is still kind of fun. A lot of people mention that they see it leaving and coming and leaving. So,
you know, I've known you for some 30 years now.
Yeah.
You're a big name in this town. You're a big name, and yet when I go out in public, I've never ever heard a bad word about Murphy. What was your approach to dealing with people and not being the?
Well, my whole thing is I was never a guy who, when I walked into some place or went somewhere, I never tooted my own horn. I was the last guy who was going to tell you that I just arrived, right? That's always been kind of my thing. And also, if I met someone or spent time with someone, I didn't ever want them to come away saying, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that, or he wasn't very. So, I hope that over the years, whenever I've had the chance to, talk with people, meet with people, whatever, that they came away saying, oh, wow, he's a nice guy, he's a decent guy. I was just, it's not my nature to ever be rude to anybody. So, I hope that's how they always felt, And again, I'm not a super outgoing guy in public. And sometimes that can be misconstrued a little bit.
Sure.
And that never was the case. It's just I'm not going to walk into a room and tell you I'm there.
I got about 2 minutes here.
Yeah.
2 more questions I got to get in here. Number one, do you know who you are? Do you know the persona? Do you know the effect you've had on the town?
Not necessarily. I think just longevity in itself lends people to be familiar with you and know you. And people get into a routine and they listen every morning and they've been so loyal for so many years. You don't necessarily realize how big of an impact you've had,
Okay. And finally, have you thought about November 28th when you're about to sign off? Have you thought what you're going to say?
A little bit, but not a lot. I've always been a little bit of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of a guy. Yeah. But I'll probably have a couple of notes, and I want to make sure that I thank everybody, for listening and being so loyal, and thank all of my coworkers and all the people. Again, I couldn't have done it without the help of so many people, and so many great people have been by my side the whole time. So I just want to make sure that I get that in. And again, thank everybody for being so loyal all these years. And it's been a great ride and a lot of fun.
It has. Well, what a pleasure, Murph.
Thank you.
Good to have you here this morning. Thank you so much. And if you have a newsmaker in your town who you think we should have on the show, let us know about it. Send a message to tips@wearegreenbay.com or message us on Facebook. And be sure to join us once again Sunday morning at 7. Until then, have a great day.